This is episode 3 with Making Monochrome, Inspiration and Story. The story of Monochrome and this black and white world really came from a bunch of different things or different ideas. I've always loved black and white art, black and white photography. I just love the contrast of all the grays between the blacks and the whites. And I've always loved dystopian, apocalyptic movies or shows or games or anything like that. I just love that era, that concept of struggling to survive, regardless of the reason that society was wiped out. I love it all. And, the thought of a black and white seamless, like that's all you see is black and white, and there's this absence of color. You hear the stories of like Washington State, where it's always cloudy and everything's kind of this dark, damp, I guess somewhat depressing color scheme going on. What happens when there's this spark of color, this emergence of this new idea. And just like there's a comedian, and they were talking about the state of Maine with all the snow and the trees and how it looks just black and white, but then Maine, known for their lobster, it's this bright, vibrant red that contrasts this black and white with the snow and the trees. And it's all of these things just kind of, coming together. And, I'm thinking, like, obviously I want to make a dystopian movie one day. And I had this idea of, what if the world was black and white and we did not know color existed. We had not seen it before. And, what would someone's reaction be, whether that's positive or negative, to seeing this color, and how would it be represented? How would it come about? And it's evolved so much since that initial idea, but I'm, like I think I've said before, I'm a big believer in strong positive messaging. And with society and just the world today, and I guess back then, just what we've gone through for equality is ridiculous, the way people treat each other. And blending this idea with the equality aspect, if everything was black and white and an individual started turning whatever skin pigment they had, how would we treat them? Why would we treat them differently if they were all of a sudden different the next day? They weren't born with it, that it transformed almost instantly. And then flash forward from that, there's lots of people now like this, and everyone else is still black and white. How do these groups intermingle? What segregates them? Is there segregation? What does the government do? What does science do? And yeah, it just became this fascinating world to explore and play in with these characters and other surprises that you'll just have to watch the movie and see. But that's kind of where it came from. It all stemmed from all these different things. And I do hope that this idea of it does not matter how you were born, what you look like, the color of your skin, one day from the next, we all bleed red. We're all human beings. And, we've really captured that essence with the production on this first one. Our cast and crew was very diverse in gender and race and sexuality and religion. sexual preference, everything. And, we really want to bring that together. And I hope that people, enjoy this film for what it is in the entertainment aspect, but I hope they also take away in the messaging aspect this element, because people, when it comes to art and the expression through art, if you approach the same person with a protest sign or a paper or anything where you're just in their face, this is what I believe, or this is the way things should be, or why don't you do this? There's option A. And then option B, if you come at that same person in a way that uses art, whether that is film or music or painting, photography, anything, dance, art is much more open for expression. It's much more easily let in than yelling and screaming and kicking and fighting and just the craziness that is that. But art is a language that we all speak, and it brings people together in ways that nothing else does. And so while on the surface Monochrome is this dystopian story with these characters that live in this world, deep down Monochrome is about equality and treating people as such, and having those very eerie parallels to what history has already played out, and just hope and pray that we don't do that again. How much farther do we have to be to get to that point, so that's it. That's where we're at, and it's just grown from there to make one film, to want to make more, and other elements, the comic, and who knows what else. But just to carry and spread this message in other ways, it's exciting.